Welcome to Nerds Geeks in the Kitchen Sink. It's the podcast
You're alive.
that's like getting over COVID. Boy,
The
it's
illness
been
that shall not be named.
yeah, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
It should be. It should be. Because it's such a joy. Be called the woohoo flu.
I don't know. Maybe, maybe so. The whole family had it. We're trying to recover, and everyone's doing okay.
I like that little.
Yeah, there were a couple really bad days. It was rough. But things are going okay. The thing is that I'm a terrible father. And let me start by saying I'm a terrible father.
Oh, stop it.
Because the day I got sick was 2 or 3 days before Zora's birthday, my daughter's birthday.
Right.
She turned 10 last Saturday. Well, for her 10th birthday, she got horribly ill. So we couldn't do any
present that keeps on giving.
Yeah, we couldn't do any celebration. We couldn't do anything. So I felt really bad about that. We're going to reschedule and have a party and all that.
Oh, yeah.
She was really bummed out, of course. Everyone was just laying around. It was horrible. Anyway, she did get a cell phone for her birthday.
Okay.
It's a special kid phone. It can't go online. It just can do call and text. And it can watch videos and play music. So I loaded her up with some videos and music, and she's been enjoying that. So that's been fun to be able to get a text from your 10-year-old and it just says your mom. She's roasted me left and right already.
Well, of course.
Yep. So while I was
who she is. Oh, I was just gonna say.
Well, right.
She wouldn't be Zora unless
That's right. That's right. So while I was ill, I watched a bunch of movies. Nothing incredible except for Satan's Slaves 2 Communion. Okay. I really, really enjoyed that. Now, that is is that Indonesian? I believe it's an Indonesian.
I think so.
Film.
I think so.
I guess I could check on that. I really, really liked the first one, and I really liked the second one, maybe even more. Directed by Joko Anwar. It's on Shudder.
Yeah.
Boy,
where most good horror movies are.
Yeah, I mean, really, and it's excellent. I don't think there's an English dub. If there was, don't watch it.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
The first one has a dub, but don't watch that either.
Right.
Satan's Slaves 2 was excellent. It was like kind of along the lines of what I think Evil Dead Rise might be like. It is basically, a cramped apartment building. It's like a low income apartment building. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's a little bit like that meets like Poltergeist, right?
Okay.
I think there's a lot of Poltergeist in it, honestly, but
yeah,
the concept is that there in the past was a graveyard on this land.
Oh,
that was just covered over by this corporation or whatever.
Right. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. And also there's a family in this that has moved here that you may recognize from the first movie, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Right.
But there's some really good scares, some excellent scares. The movie looks great. It sounds great. One really memorable scare / kill. They're related.
Uh-huh.
Wow. I really liked Satan's Slaves too. It's called Satan's Slaves Communion. Okay. So I would definitely recommend that one if you're into horror.
Can I just say that it's been going on for several years. It seems like some of the best horror movies have been coming out of South Korea, Japan, Indonesia.
Certainly some good ones.
Yeah.
Although another one I did watch finally, and this is not new, but I watched X finally.
Oh.
And I would say this one was also excellent. I loved X. Excellent. Yeah. Yes. I haven't seen Pearl yet, which is the prequel. But,
yes.
I thought X was fantastic.
It is really good. I over this last couple of weeks, because I saw it 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, I did see Pearl.
Okay.
And it's just as good. I would say it's just as good as X.
That's really cool. So, I thought X was really fun.
And I know they've got one more.
Yeah, it's called
not in the can yet, not totally finished yet, but
Maxime.
Yeah.
That I'm looking forward to it. It's funny because everyone was still raving about Barbarian when I watched X,
right?
And I was like, why are we not still talking about X? Because I really liked it.
Yeah.
The scene when she's in front of the car and does that first kill, and she goes into the dance. I was like,
yeah,
that's when it all clicked. That's when I finally understood what this movie was doing.
right.
Because I couldn't. I was having a hard time. Like, what really is this? But
It's for the first like what 20 minutes
it's
before
just a
anything
Texas
really.
Chainsaw knockoff. You
Yeah,
think, but there's
yeah,
more to it. I really, really enjoyed
yeah.
that.
I
Wow.
love the fact that the first time that I watched it, it was such a. I went in like thinking one thing of the movie,
Yep.
and it completely flipped it on, on its ear.
Yep. Yep. I
So,
would agree. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I also watched last year's Paranormal Activity: Next of Kin.
okay.
It was okay. I
Yeah.
didn't I didn't fully hate it. Like I read some really bad reviews for that.
Mhm.
I didn't hate it. I just think it needed maybe one more major scary set piece, one
Right.
more scene, And I think we've kind of done this, and spoilers here, but this movie is a year old at
Mhm.
this point.
Yeah.
But again, the big bad in this movie is just this like nude person coming at you. That's like all it is. I mean, and I
Yeah.
don't want to name any other recent movies that have
I
that
know. I know. I know.
for spoiler reasons,
Yeah.
but it just seems like over and over that is what it is. That's
Yeah.
what the thing is. And look, in real life, sure, that'd be really scary. But I've seen
Yeah.
it on screen quite a
I've been
lot.
I've been downtown St. Louis late at night. There's been a few of
Exactly.
those that
Exactly. So, not that it was a disappointment, but and there's one like concept in there that I really liked.
right.
But all in all, there's a lot of build up and it doesn't quite pay off, I'd say. Not
Right.
quite. And I don't want to hate on it because I had a fun time watching it, to be honest. I
Yeah.
don't mind a found footage movie either.
No,
So
because there's been some good. I mean, we just saw a good one not that long ago.
Deadstream.
So Deadstream.
Excellent one. Yep. Yep.
So
Absolutely.
and that's one that I can't recommend enough. That hasn't got a lot of conversation.
It needs more. Uh-huh.
I've seen a few people finally starting to see it. A little bit more of the the horror people that have actually finally seen it. But like I said, it was kind of overshadowed with like Pearl and
Yep.
Barbarian and
Yep.
Terrifier 2 is just literally tearing it up.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So which that is a movie. It almost needs to be an up for this year, a category in itself,
Yeah.
just because of the well, one, there's nothing else really like that to that level, and two, it's
Not now. Not recently.
the amount that they spent on it to the return in the
Huge.
horror genre is
Huge.
is
Yep.
blown
Quite an investment.
everybody away.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I hope it does. My worry is that I don't want to bloat the third movie. I know
From
they're
what
doing another one.
they're actually he's almost finished.
I don't want to bloat the third movie.
No,
So,
and I know he's gonna wait a while. I saw an interview recently with Damien Leone, and he said he's not like getting crazy with it, but he's
of course he
incrementally
is.
stepping up from
Okay.
but for Damien to say I'm not going crazy with it,
That makes me wonder. It does. It just makes me wonder.
yeah, but he's incrementally taking a step up. It's like how high,
But it's
you
like,
get to a point that you can only take small steps to go to that next level.
yeah, but it's like, don't you want him to lose his mind? You wanted to go crazy.
Oh,
I guess. I don't
I'm
know.
sure at some point.
Yeah.
And I know the fans of the Terrifier movie have gotten him in, and I think probably the success of Terrifier 2 has gotten him in to talk with some studio with a known IP, horror IP.
Okay. I mean, I feel
So
like
we'll
you're
see where
talking
that
Friday the
goes.
13th, but I don't.
No, well, no.
Oh, okay. He needs a
So
nasty slasher for sure.
he does. He does.
He needs something, and I'd love to see him do something.
Because
I wouldn't want to give him Halloween.
No.
Halloween needs to be
because
a little classier. Sorry,
right.
Damien.
Yeah, no. No, it's and that's it's a subtle slasher, if that's a
Well, what
Halloween.
do you know it? Do you know
I
what it
didn't
is?
know. I don't know.
Okay.
That's
Well, okay.
it's
Well,
really.
Let's talk about this. What
But
slasher makes the most sense for him to take over? Maybe do a remake of. I mean, obviously, Texas Chainsaw is in need of love right now.
yes, I mean that
Texas
would be the
Chainsaw would make
obvious
sense.
one.
Hmm.
In all honesty, I think a Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you're
Honestly,
right.
I would almost like to see him do a before he's burned to death Nightmare on Elm
No, I
Street.
don't want that. I want Freddy. I want the Krug dude. I want the Dream Lord.
No, I mean,
Okay.
well, I would
No.
still like that, but
Mm-mm.
I think it would be neat to actually. Okay, all right, hold on.
Get that out of
Not
here.
not a
No.
full movie, but I would like to at least get about 20 minutes.
You get that in part 6, is it?
Yeah, but it's
Fine. It's fine.
yeah.
Wasn't good enough for you, I guess.
No one.
No, I think well, okay. I can see that going two ways. I could see that being way too focused on the gore and not being as fun.
Right.
But I also know that he has a sense of humor,
Oh, I
and
mean,
I know
yeah,
he could pull that off. I don't know if I would want him to write it, but I would want him to direct it, I think.
yeah,
Because he does understand the action and he does
yeah,
understand the gore like you wouldn't believe. So yeah, because I am thinking of the later, Nightmare on Elm Street movies where they really lean into that gore, and they
yeah.
have people turning into roaches and arms ripping off and all kinds of
Right.
crazy stuff. Like it's crazy gore, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, I think that could work, and if you give him a sort of a sandbox to play in that's like that, I would like to see what he comes up
Yeah.
with. Yeah, for
Bring a
sure.
whole new perspective to tongue lashing.
I would like, yeah, exactly. Want to suck face? I would like to see more Freddy. Period. It's
Yeah.
time. The world needs Freddy. We need it. We need a neon sign in my yard. The world needs Freddy.
But we need it more like the Robert Englund Freddy.
Oh
Not
yeah,
so much the new.
yeah. We don't want the remake again. We want something.
No.
I want something that has a little bit of style, but
Little
also
little bit of zaniness.
a little bit. I don't want it to be full. I don't want it to be like
No.
Roger Moore or James Bond, like
No,
silly.
no.
But I do want there to be some fun. It
Yeah.
has to be a little bit of fun, or it won't work.
Right.
Terrifier has that fun.
Oh yeah.
So
That's kind of why I think that that would be a good one for him to
it'd be fun.
at
It'd be
least
a lot of fun.
helm, if not necessarily right.
Would the Art the Clown actor play Freddy?
I'd be fine with that.
Give it to him. I mean, I think that truly
the facial expressions alone on that. I mean,
seriously, yeah. The mannerisms and the movement and the facial expressions, like you said, that kind of makes Art the Clown like legendary. If you ask me,
well, and that's the thing that kind of made Freddy too.
Right. That's what I mean. They've got a similar secret something going on there.
Yeah.
And I would love to see. And I just feel so dumb. I don't know the actor's name. I feel like I used to know it. If I think long enough, maybe I'll think of it. But
yeah,
I feel bad for not knowing that actor's name. But he's incredible. He deserves to be Freddy for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see that. That'd be really
sold.
Fun.
Come on, studios.
Yeah, sold. Let me look and make sure there's nothing else I watched that we need to discuss.
Well, I went back and I watched one of your favorite movies, Exorcist 3.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm going to talk about it every chance I get.
You're like, Exorcist 3 is like RRR for Chris Gore.
Yeah, that
every chance you get to
I will preach about Exorcist 3. It's good.
I did. I watched the original, and then I skipped over 2, like everyone should, and then go to 3.
2 is an interesting watch, but I can't say it's a good movie.
No,
it's just not.
No,
I don't know. It is an interesting watch, and it takes some wild swings, but I think it, all in all, is a failure.
Yeah,
but that's just me.
I think the intensity of the first one, they should have done a better job with having Linda Blair back.
You can't just stick her in the makeup and say, okay, be creepy.
Yeah.
And also a big part of it was the person who played the demon was someone else.
Right.
Her name, I'm blanking on her name. What was her name? She was excellent though. And the voices and all that, there's a lot missing
Yeah.
that you had in the first one that you don't get
Well,
in the
that's what I
second.
mean. That's you could have done it better, I think.
Hmm.
I think they tried to just like you said, take some wild swings.
Some of it works, some of it doesn't. Mostly doesn't,
Right.
if you ask
Yeah.
me.
So
Looks like the only other thing I watched that's worth mentioning is more of a warning.
okay.
I watched a movie called Mid-Century.
Okay.
It has Stephen Lang and somebody else big was in there. Who was it? Some other major. Oh, Bruce Dern was in it for a moment. Mid-Century. I think it was on. I want to say it was on Hulu or Amazon or something like that. Don't watch it. I did
Yeah.
not like. I hate to say this about a movie. I normally am Mr. Positive, but
Right.
this movie was a baffling mess. I don't know. I think the concept of it is maybe solid, but and
Right.
Stephen Lang's always fun to watch.
Well, yeah.
But it is a strange kind of mess that seems to go a bunch of different directions, and none of them lead anywhere
Right.
interesting. I just didn't. It was not good. It was about some people staying in this home, and the architect is like he was a bad guy, and he did crazy
Right.
things. There might be some cult things going on,
Mm-hmm.
and on paper it might make it might sound good, but the movie
Just
just
nothing tied together, so it was
it
kind of
wasn't
just
great. No, I can't recommend it.
scatterbrained. Yeah.
No, I certainly can't recommend.
Okay. Oh, now wait a minute. You saw Nope, didn't you?
Nope. Yeah, I loved it. I really
Okay.
it might be my favorite uh Jordan Peele movie, or I should say it might be the one I will rewatch the most,
Okay.
because
I
I really like the first one.
yeah.
What oh
Get
god.
Out.
Get Out. Thank you.
Yes.
COVID fog. I really like Get Out. And I
Yeah.
think Us is good, but I think Nope is the most fun, knocks it out of the park. Feels like a summer blockbuster.
Yeah, I saw that the other night because it just went on Peacock Friday
Yeah.
night. So
What did you think of it?
I liked it. Um, I would have probably ranked it like 1B because I
Okay.
think Get Out is probably the best one that he did.
I agree. I
And
agree.
I honestly, I was not a huge fan of Us.
I
I
liked
would
it,
have
but I didn't
probably,
love it. It was
I
fun in the theater. I had a really fun time
yeah.
in the
See, I
theater.
didn't get to see it in the theater, so maybe that would have changed it a little bit. But I wasn't a huge fan of Us.
I think
So
that's fair.
yeah,
I yeah, I don't know. I don't think the twist in Us is that it's like a weird dream.
yeah, it's not real. I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
make a whole lot of sense to like, and the more you think about it, the more it's like, what? But you're not really supposed to, it's more of a like, here's a weird idea. What do you think of
I
this?
mean, the sad thing is I kind of guessed it early on. So there was just something not quite kosher to me when I was watching it with what was going on, and I'm like, okay, this would explain some of the things going on,
No,
and
I
then
don't.
in the end, it was like, okay, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
So I
I
was
didn't
like,
quite I didn't quite guess anything, but the whole doppelganger aspect
yeah,
of it,
yeah.
interesting. I think that's an interesting concept, but it didn't
Well, I
it
mean,
didn't fully land for me.
yeah,
I
I think
like
it
it.
could have
Again,
been,
I
yeah,
do like it. Like, I would rate it pretty high. It's so much better than again that Mid-Century I just watched. I
yeah.
mean, it's so much better than half the stuff out there.
I
But
mean, I
if I'm
honestly,
stacking it up
yeah,
against the other Peel movies,
yeah.
I think Get Out, and then yeah, maybe like a 1B for Nope. I think just Nope felt like
It
Independence
seems like
Day
it
or
had a
something.
larger scale.
Yeah. I
It
really
it
liked
really
it.
felt like, and I think that
Or
played into
Signs
it
or
well.
something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, that's more like where I would compare it to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it. Well, and Fire in the Sky.
Well, yeah.
That one scene. Wow. Okay.
Now I will say that does not compare to Fire in the Sky. No.
I think Fire in the Sky is more psychologically scarring.
Yeah.
But there is a scene in Nope that is very much,
Oh yeah, it's very reminiscent
pretty
of it.
much the same.
Oh yeah.
And also, I think it's been long enough. Maybe people, I'm
I
not going to
mean, for it to come out
spoil.
on free streaming, and you're not
I'm
really
not
going to
going to
spoil
spoil the whole
much.
movie, but the bloody house
Oh
is
yeah,
so iconic. Like, I
that's
want it
a
on a T-shirt. That is the coolest image. I just, when it was on the screen in the theater, I was just like just in love. I was
In
drinking it up.
comparison, it was to the original Nightmare on Elm Street, the Johnny Depp bed scene.
It's amazing. I really
That's what I'm
loved it.
saying. That's what I
Yeah.
think. Visually, in comparison, was probably to that.
I mean, I really
So
can't
if you know, you know.
disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I thought that was gorgeous. I thought that was amazing. And I thought there were some really neat ideas in the movie. I don't fully understand all of it, but I think I've got a better grasp on it. Like I did a lot of reading about it and a lot of thinking about it. And the whole Gordy thing was like a little confusing to me, but I think I get it.
That was kind of like this like storyline almost where
it's parallel.
It's
parallel, but you have to really
look
for it.
Yeah.
And tell you what, it was also nice to see what's his name back in the movie. Top Dollar. I don't remember the actor's name.
Oh,
from The Crow.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
He's cool. Love to see. Yeah. And the scene when he does the lyrics to One-Eyed, One-Horn Flying Purple People Eater, but it's like all dramatic and serious. Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Pulled out a little William Shatner there on it.
It was really good. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. So no, yeah, that's a thumbs up. If people haven't seen Nope, I would recommend. Definitely recommend.
Yeah.
That's all the movies. I would like to quickly talk about Marvel Snap.
Okay.
The game that has taken over my life, hand in hand with God of War. I did get God of War. I had pre-ordered it forever ago.
I saw you were playing it. Yeah.
I pre-ordered it forever ago, and then the day it comes out, I'm just melted into the couch. Barely. I wasn't able to play it. I tried. I played like 10 minutes and I couldn't do it. I was so ill. It was bad. So I really didn't get to start playing it until Sunday, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, the time I've played with God of War has been a lot of fun, by the way. I like it. It's more of the same. It's got some surprising chill moments.
Yeah.
That I really have weirdly enjoyed, that just floating in a boat and them having a conversation.
Right.
Getting lore and backstory from a talking head. Stuff like that. That's pretty fun. The combat's fun, all that. I don't want to really get into God of War because I'm still early in and I don't want to ruin it for people. But Marvel Snap. You haven't played it yet?
No, I haven't played it yet.
You gotta.
I know.
You gotta play it. It's so much the perfect thing for me right now because I've been so into these Marvel cards lately.
Right.
It is a Marvel card collection game where you collect random cards. And before you stop me right there and say, "Oh well, I don't want to have to pay for card packs and all that." It's not like that. No. It's not like that.
Yeah,
cards are free. The only thing that you can actually spend money on in the game is cosmetic.
Okay.
And I guess you could technically spend money to get upgrades for cards, which then raises your card level. And I guess you could get more cards faster. Right. That's not necessary. I forget what level I am, but I've spent some time, in the last week.
Right.
And I've had no trouble leveling up to level, I think I'm in the 40s.
Okay.
And I've had no trouble. I think I'm I don't even know. I got to look at it. But I haven't needed to spend any money whatsoever. I haven't even thought about it because there's so much that you get for free, and it's so much fun on its own just to play these games. And the real trick of it, the real power of Marvel Snap is that you can play a game in 3 minutes.
Oh, that's cool.
You can turn it on. You can play a game. Yeah, I think the first section of the game is against an AI just to teach you the ropes.
Right.
But then you quickly get put with other players.
Yeah.
And it becomes a really fun game of boy, it's interesting. It's a game of luck. It's a game of skill. It's also a game of chicken in some ways.
Okay.
There are these 3 points in the middle that you're playing for, 3 play areas.
Right.
And those represent locations for the Marvel world. So the left one might be Wakanda. The middle one might be the Danger Room. And the right one might be the X Mansion or something along those lines. And they sometimes will have different effects that they do to the game.
Right.
One of them is one of my favorite ones is there are a couple different versions of Mr. Uh Sinister's lab, right?
Okay.
And you know he's all about cloning.
Right.
So like you'll place a card on one of those and it'll be like, oh, put a copy of this card back into your deck, or put a random copy of this card somewhere else on one of the other two playing fields.
Oh, okay.
Or the most fun one, place 3 other copies of this card. You can only play one card there. Place 3 copies. This whole area gets filled with copies of the one card, right?
Oh, wow.
But all the cards have different abilities and different things.
Oh, okay.
So like, for example, one of my favorite plays that I did was that Sinister one will make a copy of the whole thing fills with one card. Well, I placed Nightcrawler there.
Oh, wow.
And Nightcrawler is a low power character, but he can teleport. So you can move him. So once he's played somewhere, you can move him one time.
Right.
So I got 4 copies of Nightcrawler, and then in the last turn was able to move them and get the surprise win by moving Nightcrawler around. It's really fun. The collection is fun. There's fun art to look at. You upgrade the cards and they do things like frame break, where the picture comes out of the frame, or they're 3D, or they're whatever. You can upgrade the rarity of the versions of the card.
Right.
There's also multiple versions of each card.
Okay.
So like one of my favorite cards to play is Claw. You know the character Claw?
Yeah.
He costs 5, I think, 4 or 5, but he adds 4 energy to where he is, and then the location to the right, he adds 6.
Oh, wow.
So it's like he's like a 10 power card, really.
Yeah.
He's really useful, but it's really handy, that card, because there are some where it's like Death's Domain is one of them, and if you play a card there, it gets destroyed.
Right.
So you have to figure out how to get energy onto that without playing a card directly on it.
Right.
You can teleport a Nightcrawler to it because you're not playing it to there, you're teleporting it to there. It's different.
Right.
Or you can do something like Claw, or like one of the coolest cards that you'll get early on is Mr. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
If you play him, anywhere you play him, any connecting locations will get a +2.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't have a lot of power himself. Like I think he's only a 2 power or 3 power.
Right.
But if you play him in the middle, his stretchy arms come out and hit both of the side ones, and those both get 2 as well. Even if you don't have cards there, you've got 2 power. And the whole goal is to control these points.
Right.
So with the most power there.
Right.
If you tie, if you control one, so really the win conditions are control 2 of the 3 points. If you control 2 of the 3 points, you win. But if any of them are a tie, it goes to who has the most points.
Oh, okay.
So that's also something you have to consider.
Right.
I have been so addicted to it. You can play it. So you can, like I said, you can jump right in and play really quickly.
Right.
It's easy to learn, hard to master. And you know, the other thing is, with like anytime you lose, it doesn't feel like the end of the world. It's like, you know, I only, because you can de-rank, you can rank down, you can lose your points or whatever.
Right.
But it's usually not more than a couple, unless you get, so there's an aspect to it why it's called Marvel Snap. Number 1, Thanos.
Right. Yeah.
But you can snap. It's a function in the game where basically if you're confident, really confident that you think you're going to win, if you hit that snap button, it will basically double your wager. And so it'll double your reward,
loss,
but it'll also double your loss if you lose. And you can snap and your opponent can snap.
Oh, okay.
So you can have a total of 8. I think you're winning like cubes. I don't even know what it is. They look like Tesseracts or something.
Oh, okay.
That might be I don't know what it is, but you're playing for these cubes, right? So the most you can win is 8. Right. The least I think is 2. So, you know, it's not that big a deal to lose a match. It's like, oh, okay, I see what I did wrong. And it's so fun. You can build multiple decks and stick your cards together.
Yeah.
I can't get enough. I'm fully into it. I think you're gonna love it. I can't wait.
I've got I've still been playing Marvel Strike Force.
I know. I didn't do that one. I wanted to, but now that this is out, it's like there's no way.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
And it's a grinder one if you don't spend money, but it's grinder in a fun way, because I mean, hell, I'm at level 90 and I've only got a handful of characters that I don't have yet.
Cool.
And I've maybe spent, because they have skins, and
Yep.
I've maybe spent $10 because I got
Sure.
the 80s Wolverine,
Oh, cool. That's really cool.
and then what was the other one I got? Oh, the classic Storm.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I love
So, and
that.
I was like, you know, I had a iTunes gift card, so I'm like, I'll
Sure.
spend
Why
that.
not? Yeah.
Yeah. But the Strike Force is really cool because you have team setups also
Mm-hmm.
that you gain extra attacks.
Right.
So
Right.
like if you do Thanos and the Black Order,
Right. You're gonna get above.
all his attacks are completely different than if he's not with the whole Black Order team.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, because like if he's not with a full Black Order team, he does like a one shot, and then like an energy blast is his second, and then the third one is like this almost like a fist pound that affects the whole opposing team.
Mm-hmm.
But if he has the whole Black Order, he in turn has all the Infinity Stones.
Sure.
So his initial first blast is like 150% more damage.
Right.
And then the second one is like a reversal. So anybody that has like, buffs,
Right.
they're reversed to, you know, things that are like, shield broken and stagger and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So anything that's a buff is actually reversed to a
That's really cool. Yeah.
and
I
then
love
his
that stuff.
final one is he pulls a planet down
Oh, that's really awesome.
and like major attacks. And then like, if you do like X-Men and have Phoenix,
Uh-huh.
she's one of those that if you
She's probably
kill
got
her,
special. She
well,
comes back.
yeah, she comes back as the Dark Phoenix,
Yeah.
and she has special powers for that set as well as the first one. So as just Jean Grey Phoenix, she has a set of skills, and then as Dark Phoenix, when she comes back, it's a whole other set of skills.
A particular set of skills.
Ridiculous set of skills.
You know what? I just thought of something.
What's that?
Would you be interested now that we're doing video?
Okay.
Would you be interested in seeing a single game of Marvel Snap? I think I can
Yeah.
show it to you.
Okay, let's get it.
Would that be cool?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So let's see here. Share screen. Okay, share. All right. Do you see it?
Yep, I see it.
Okay. All right. So first, I'm going to show you just quickly. These are some of the cards I have.
Okay.
Quite a few.
I love the artwork.
Yeah, they're really good, and you can
finally
click on them.
Something comic related that has great artwork so far.
Yeah. See, I've got two versions of Claw here.
Yeah.
And
I'm loving the retro pixel versions.
Yes, they're really good. They are fun. So he costs 5 to play.
Right.
He does 4 energy to where you play him, but the location to the right has +6 power. And these are my different decks. I have some different decks here that I've made with whatever. But I'm going to play the Madness deck because that's what I've been playing with. Because I got COVID madness. So let's jump into a game. This is exciting.
Yeah.
I'm playing against Honey Badger. We all know about Honey Badger.
Yeah.
So as you can see here, where the Mindscape is an option. At the start of turn 6, you swap hands. That's bad. I don't like that at all.
That would be a nope.
Now I don't have any. You only get 1 energy in this first round. It goes up by 1 every round, right? There's 6 rounds. So I don't have any 1 energy cards, so I can't play anything this round.
Okay.
Neither did Honey Badger.
Oh, okay. That
after
helps.
after turn 5, put a card from each player's hand here. Okay. So I'll get a random card there. Now, Domino is cool because she's a 2 cost, but she does 3 damage, and you always draw her on round 2.
Oh, cool.
And you're guaranteed to have something. I'm just going to put her here just to see what we get.
Right.
Hopefully something good there. If it's Death's Domain, it'll be good that she's there.
Yeah.
Because I won't be able to place any more cards there.
Right.
But if you place it there before it's revealed, it still can stay.
Gotcha.
Oh, cards here have +1 power. Awesome. So now she's worth 4 there. Yeah, it's Xandar.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Fantastic is an easy play here.
I was
We're going to play him in the middle.
Because that's going to give her +1 or
+2. +2. Yeah, +2 on each side. Here we go.
There you go.
Ant-Man. Rocket Raccoon. Okay. Nightcrawler, you got to watch out for.
Okay.
Because he can move.
Right.
Jessica Jones is a great card. She's actually worth 8. So I would normally play the Thing if I didn't have Jessica Jones, because the Thing is worth 6.
Right.
And of course, there's Clobbering Time.
Right.
But Jessica Jones is awesome because if you place her and then don't play something in there the next turn, she becomes an 8 power card.
Oh wow. Oh, +2. Plus you get +2 with it, right?
I'm gonna put her here, and she's gonna have a +1 power anyway.
Okay.
So now I don't want to play a card at Xandar this turn.
Right.
Because then she'll add another 4.
Right.
Or yeah, +4.
Yeah.
Opponent retreated. All right. That'll happen sometimes. And remember earlier I said it's sort of a game of chicken. Look at that. Look at that. Oh,
Onslaught.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's really nice too. He has a really good skill. I'll show you what he does. Onslaught's really cool because where is he? Double your ongoing effects at this location. So any other cards that have been placed there, if they have ongoing effects, he'll double them.
That's sweet.
Which can really help you at the end. I'll do one more game because they're so short. I want to complete a game.
Yes.
Not scare them away.
Yeah, not somebody saying, "Fucking, I'm out."
Yeah. Okay, the Super Flow.
Super Flow.
So if you have no cards here, +1 energy each turn. Really handy. Although I don't have any cards I can play.
But if you put Mr. Fantastic there and don't put anything, you'll automatically have a 3, right?
Well, I want to put Mr. Fantastic in the middle.
That's what I mean.
After turn...
Because that was on the other side.
After turn 5, move all cards here to other random locations. Well, that sucks. Well, it won't matter if... Okay, turn 5, fine. Because I want the extra energy from the Super Flow.
Right.
So I'm going to play him here. I'm going to keep getting that bonus energy from Super Flow. Oh, he made the same play. No problem.
I like the stretchy arms that come out of it.
Isn't it cool? Yeah, they obviously care. The art is good. They obviously care. There's little animations that are fun.
Death's Domain.
Yep. So I can't put anything there. So I'm going to hope to get Claw. I hope to draw Claw next round.
Okay.
So I can put Claw in the middle. And I'm also worried about my cards getting moved to here and being... I think they'll be destroyed if they get moved here.
Right.
Okay, we want to play... So you have 4 energy. I think to give myself a little leeway, I think the play here is a Domino and a Nightcrawler. That's just for future strategery. You see it says Banff when he teleports?
Yeah.
Okay, I was hoping to get Claw. Well, I still have a chance to get Claw. So I think the thing that... Oh, also, by the way, it's the Strange Academy, which if you're reading the current Midnight Suns,
right,
some stuff takes place there. All right, we're going to double down here in the middle because after this round, these cards are going to move anyway.
Right.
So we'll just see what happens.
Yep.
Colossus is a cool card because you can't be destroyed.
Right.
Morphage is dangerous card.
Yeah.
After turn 5. Okay, I've got... luckily, I did get Claw.
Yeah.
And I want to go ahead... Oh, I put myself in a rough position. I shouldn't have played Nightcrawler when I did.
Well, can't you teleport him?
I can, but then I won't get the bonus energy, although it won't matter, really. So I'm going to put him here.
Claw in that. Yeah.
Yep. Punisher there. He does bonus damage based on how many cards I have. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Okay. Okay. It didn't work out too bad for me. So you want to make sure that you win two, right? So I'm close here. I'm a little bit see. You almost want to go for something that's more of a. Let's see. Oh, this is rough. If I put this here, I'll tie here. I don't expect them to play here because they're winning already. I expect them to either play at the Strange Academy. Well, they have to play both of there because they've already played here, don't they? So I think the play here, you know what? Can I do? Oh, okay. He snapped. He's very confident. He's very confident. I'm thinking because we need to win this and this or this. He can't play here, so we need to play here. But I don't have enough. I don't have really anything that will ongoing. Double your ongoing. Oh, that might be the only thing that could work. It's a gamble, but
right.
I think Onslaught going there might make the most sense because we should get 2 more points here.
Right.
And he'll double down here, I hope.
Yeah.
Here we go. He did. But what's Spectrum going to do? It wasn't enough.
Oh.
It wasn't enough.
Damn.
Like I said, it's a game of chicken.
Yeah.
You still get a reward.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got some points for the thing, and I can, improve him. Now he moves his arms for clobbering time.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So I can draw a card as well, too.
Ooh, sweet.
Rocket. Nice. Okay. That's Marvel Snap.
Awesome.
Yeah. I can't recommend it enough. And again, you can do a game so quickly. I was in line to pick up some food.
Right.
And it was like, yeah, I'm gonna play Marvel Snap while I was sitting in my car and wait for them to bring food. Of course I am. And I got to play like 3 rounds. So that was a fun little experiment. If you enjoyed us playing a little game together, let me know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you saw Black Panther. We should probably talk about that.
We should talk about that. It's not as awful as some people are saying, but it's not nearly as good as the original.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet, so I've been stuck at home.
I'm gonna try. I mean, it's only been out for 2 weeks, so I'm not gonna get too much into it because the way that I do know box office wise, it had a huge drop off between week 1 and week 2.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, 79%.
Damn.
I mean, it's kind of a weekend for movies. Although I really, really want to see the menu.
Oh, I saw the poster, but I don't even know what is that?
It's basically the whole story is this guy who's kind of this social media big time influencer takes this girl, and he's got money, and he takes this girl to this like secluded island for where the chef has this special tasting thing.
Is it a horror movie?
It's a dark horror comedy.
Is it cannibalism?
Well, it's not totally. It's very vague on some of the stuff that it's what's actually going on.
Okay.
But apparently the story goes, it's got Anya Taylor-Joy, which, yes, please.
Always a joy.
Anything she's in.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she was like the backup girl to this guy because he originally invited somebody else. They canceled. So, and she's kind of this, normal, not rich, not whatever. Well, they go to this island where Ralph Fiennes is this head chef.
Ray Fiennes, please.
Yes. Ray Fiennes.
Yes.
Sorry.
He'll come after you.
I know he will. And in this movie, he would.
Is he the chef?
Yes, he's the chef.
The titular chef?
So they go
Wait,
through,
what's it called? The menu. He's not the menu.
yeah,
He's the
yeah,
chef.
no, yeah,
He's
no.
not titular.
Everybody else may be on the menu.
Oh.
Anyway, they go through a couple of courses. I've seen a little bit of some of the spots of it, and at one point they have these like some kind of fancy taco thing,
Ooh,
but
that
on
sounds
the
good.
tortillas are printed like because there was supposed to be no photos or anything like this. Well, the guy that she went with was already taking photos of the food and like posting it. Well, like imprinted on these tortillas was like him taking photos
What?
of the food because you're not supposed to. It was
So they did
against the
that as a
rules.
warning or
No,
something?
no, these other people like had their like illegal like business dealings, their bank statements on. It was like each
What?
individual person
They
had
put your
it
sins
printed.
on your tacos.
Well, but at one point, basically, it's like, you know, we know all about you. You are these, basically really shitty people.
Hmm.
Run.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah, it's kind of it's really interesting, and like I said, with Ray Fiennes and Anya Taylor
Okay.
Joy, I will definitely watch
You
it.
talked about Black Panther for 10 seconds.
I know. Anyway, let's go back to Black Panther.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Okay,
What'd you
it
think of
was
Namor?
Namor.
Namor.
Namor. You have to roll the R with it.
Namor.
Not my favorite at all.
Okay.
The portrayal they completely changed from the comic book, which they've done, since after Endgame, basically almost everything. They
Mm-hmm.
made some changes beforehand, but after Endgame, they've pretty much changed everything from any comic book related.
Hmm.
Um, but he is from now a almost like Yucatan region instead of Atlantis.
Okay.
It's obviously not called Atlantis.
Okay.
Uh, I think it's called Talakan.
Comic Con.
Yeah,
He's from Comic Con.
he's from Comic Con.
He's
He
from
looked
Hall
like
H.
it. He looked like it. You know, um, even
I looked.
the
Okay, so I've
actor
seen the
was
trailer, and I
fine.
was just gonna say he seems good in the trailer,
His
but it's
I wish he and not that I have any room to talk, but for Neymar, I wish he would have gotten in a little better shape
hmm,
because you see Neymar and the dude is in the water and swimming nonstop.
mhm.
He's also a mutant. He's also, in the water is Hulk level strong. And, if he would have had a beer gut, I could have been Neymar.
I see.
So, but he played him all right. I think there were certain aspects he could have delved into more of Neymar's comic book character.
Hmm.
I think it did a disservice to not introduce Neymar before, or to introduce Neymar before Fantastic Four,
Interesting.
because that is a huge
Right, we know.
aspect of
Yeah,
of
if
Neymar.
you've read the comics, yeah, you know.
Yeah. So, but I mean, his acting wise, it was fine. I'm not gonna. I just, hashtag not my Neymar.
I've seen, like I said, I've seen the trailer,
Right.
and I've never liked Namor, the character. I've never been interested in him. So for me, this change, like maybe will be more interesting to see. But
You could have done the
I don't
visuals
know.
that they did with this like Mayan kind of aspect as what with Atlantean just as well.
Hmm,
I mean, there's really
interesting.
no, the architecture and so. I mean, it was kind of neat. I I think Wakanda looked better in the first movie and
Wow.
like at the end of Civil War and stuff than it did in this movie.
Interesting.
Um,
Was that due to CG problems
Yeah,
or?
I think CG, and you can tell that this was still filmed in COVID,
Hmm.
you know, COVID-esque. You can tell on some of it. Some of it wasn't, and you can tell it wasn't, and some of it was.
Hmm.
Um, I did like okay. Now, this is under the preface that I thought they should have recast T'Challa.
Okay.
Okay. And honestly, in my opinion, I thought that instead of as Kang, I think Jonathan Majors would have been an awesome T'Challa.
Sure, I like him. I like him a lot, but I
I
really like
think
him
he
as
looks,
Kang too, though. I think he's.
but he looks so much like the original
Hmm.
from the comics.
Sure,
And if you've seen the preview for Creed 3, holy shit, he looks
he's
like,
jacked.
oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah, he's
Um,
jacked.
but I think they did Chadwick Boseman well in honoring him,
Yeah.
but I think they really kind of, and I know this is a harsh term, but they bastardized T'Challa of not recasting.
Hmm. Can you
Because,
explain why?
well, right now, I mean, in all honesty, I mean, this is a hero for T'Challa wise, for young boys to look up to.
Mm-hmm.
And you've, at this point, completely taken that away by not putting another T'Challa in there.
I'm
He's gone. I mean, he's
right.
in
I
the movie.
understand, and then he's
T'Challa
dead.
is gone.
Yeah.
That hero of Black Panther
Uh-huh.
that young boys can look up to
Uh-huh.
is completely wiped off. If you would have recast T'Challa but still honored the actor, which he very well deserved, I
Okay.
think Marvel did a disservice to the legacy of Black Panther by completely killing him off. And the way they killed him off, that he had no hero's ending. If you were going to do it, he had no hero's ending.
Uh-huh.
Because
Okay.
I'm not going to get into spoilers on how he dies. I mean, it's been out there plenty.
I haven't. I
But
actually don't know.
okay, well, I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay.
But it should have been done a better way.
Hmm.
Especially, well, I mean, not just to honor Chadwick Boseman's legacy, but to honor the character. And I think that's the problem. Personally, I think I like Ryan Coogler as a director,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he was too close on this. I
Did
think
he
they
write
should
it?
have. He wrote it and directed.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was too close to Chadwick Boseman, and I think it kind of showed.
Hmm. Okay.
I
I'll need to
think,
see it to be able to comment
yeah,
more, I guess.
and when you finally see it, we can talk about it again. Go back and revisit it again. I was fine with Shuri taking over because she even did in the comics. I mean, and that's no spoiler because you've seen the
I've
costume
seen
and
the
you know it's a
trailer too.
woman
Yeah.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I did like my favorite character was Mako.
I've heard this. I've heard he's like a scene stealer.
He is very much a scene stealer in
Yep.
this. So, um, and try it's hard not to get into spoilers.
Sure.
It really is. Um, I wasn't a huge fan of the way the in every Marvel movie there's a final battle.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a big fan of the way the final battle ended. I understand why they went that story, but like I said, I think the two biggest problems was actual the story of Neymar itself, and not the acting, but the portrayal of the character,
Okay.
and the fact that T'Challa, and I mean, even if you were going to kill the character off, you did it completely wrong.
Okay.
I think there should have been, because we know he dies, there should have been more of a hero's death. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I haven't seen it
So,
yet.
but I mean, the costume. I mean, the costuming is gorgeous. The funeral scene is amazing.
Sure. I've seen clips of it, and
Angela Bassett
she's amazing.
is,
I loved her in
you
American
know,
Horror Story.
she's
She's
amazing in the
yeah.
role.
I've never seen her not be amazing.
Right. And it's not like I'm trying to search for positives, but there were two big glaring things that, why I wouldn't put it up there higher with
Mm.
other Marvel movies.
Okay. All right. So when I see it,
eh,
I'll give my
yeah,
ideas,
yeah.
but yeah, hasn't happened yet. I did see Black Adam.
Oh, you finally did. Okay.
I saw Black Adam, which I wonder if that's where I got the COVID, to be honest. I don't know that for sure, but
right.
I did see Black Adam the week before I got sick.
Well, you're not supposed to lick the chairs in front of you, Disney.
But there's flavors there.
Yeah, there
I
are
love
flavors,
those flavors.
Yeah.
Free. They're free. They don't even charge you for those.
I know, right?
Those are on the house, literally, upon the very house.
Yes.
I thought, I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like Black Adam really very much at all. I had fun because I went with Zora.
Right.
But I just way too much CG nonsense.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wow.
Yeah. I mean, he
not much characterization for him at all.
No.
I mean, nothing.
No.
I called the whole him being the father the first moment. Well, I kind of, but whatever.
Right.
I don't know. I just wasn't. I thought there was way too much CG. I'll tell you who I liked.
Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate.
I want a Dr. Fate movie. I'm sorry. I want a Dr. Fate movie.
I don't mind that whole little team.
No, they weren't bad.
Yeah. I mean, it was fine. But it's like one of these things where DC thinks they can just go like, here's your team of heroes you love.
Right.
But this is their first movie they've ever been in, and you've not gotten any backstory and blah, blah, blah. It helps that I know the characters.
Right.
And again, I like Dr. Fate a lot. And I liked Hawkman.
Yeah. He was good. I liked Hawkman.
I like Hawkman more than Falcon in Marvel. I'll have to say it.
Oh, yeah.
They're clearly up against each other here. And I think Hawkman's way cooler.
Yeah. And he just, nothing against Anthony Mackie, but the guy that played Hawkman just looks like a superhero.
Yes.
Does he?
I mean, yes, he does. Yes.
I mean, even when he's not in the costume, he just holds himself differently.
Yeah, I thought so.
So, and I like the kid that played Adam Smasher.
He was perfect.
He was funny. He was, had that almost, I would say,
almost Ant-Man. I mean, again, they're going for Ant-Man.
A little funnier.
It's a little on the nose, but yeah.
Adam Smasher was more, accidentally comical.
Yes.
I mean, if that's
so is Scott Lang, but he is a funny guy.
But he's got the one-liners that,
But no, so I really liked all the Dr. Fate stuff.
Yes.
Again, too much CG fighting.
Right. That was the only Dr. Fate was the only thing I did not mind CG fighting.
Yeah, because it made sense for there to be tons of copies of it. Yeah. I really liked it.
And that was actually a CG that looked good.
Because of his outfit. I don't know.
Because of,
I did not like Paint It Black being in there. I thought it was too on the nose. Again, it was just like,
I know.
Just because black is in the title, Paint It Black.
Yeah.
I didn't mind The Rock. I haven't seen a lot of Rock movies. Like, I don't really know him that well.
Yeah.
But he's fine as the character. He looks right. It's fine.
He needed hair and pointy ears, though.
He just didn't seem to get. I don't know if he needed it.
Yeah.
I was just like, I feel nothing for this character. I really don't. I don't know why. I was more interested in the family, and the skateboarding kid was cool.
Yeah.
And we had fun, and I did like when he ripped someone in half.
Yeah.
I like the violent, gory deaths that you got to see.
Yeah.
Those were fun. But I wouldn't put it. I still wouldn't call it great.
No. And I mean,
it was fine. I think it was just under the newer Suicide Squad, I guess. Like,
yeah,
I liked it. The James Gunn one, I think it was fun, but like, I've had no urge to watch it again.
No, it was more fun than the original. I'll tell you that.
Oh, no question. I mean, go back and listen to us talk about it. Of course, like I could rave about it versus the first one.
Right. I honestly think this is another thing with, like I was talking about with Namor. I think this movie should have come out after, Black Adam confronted Shazam.
Hmm. Well, I said, does that happen in Shazam too?
There's nobody saying it.
Okay, I was going to say because I don't know if that's happened yet because I still haven't seen Shazam.
Yeah. Well, no, not in the. He's nowhere even mentioned. He's vaguely mentioned at the very end.
Okay.
But not seen. And then I know in Shazam 2, it's Helen Mirren is like the big baddie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, I like her. That would be fun to see.
Yeah. Because I think she plays a Greek god.
Uh-huh.
One of the goddesses.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, the little cameo at the end. I mean, everybody already
that was
knew
cool.
it before.
Zora flipped out.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Her eyes got wide and she was like, oh! Like she couldn't believe. She was like, that's the best part of the movie.
I'm not gonna lie, she's right. Yeah, I mean the Dr. Fate and that last little credit scene was
it was cool.
I do kind of like the way that DC has set up Amanda Waller, and they've never changed her.
You know what? I was happy to see her.
All the movies.
Yep. I was happy to see her. I mean, she's the Nick Fury.
She's been the one constant.
Uh-huh.
I would almost say she's like an anti-Nick Fury.
I mean, yeah, okay, I could see that. But yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? She's the putting these teams together.
I think they're trying in Marvel movies now. They're trying to make Louise Dreyfus that Amanda Waller.
It hasn't,
and it's not really resonating. She's in Black Panther too. Quite a bit.
I feel like COVID messed that all up because things were supposed to have been different in
like the order of appearance kind of thing.
Yes, because things were supposed to be different in all the way back to
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Not Black Panther, sorry. Black Widow.
Oh yeah.
And forward. Yeah. And I know they had to change a bunch of plans, so I think probably that's been messed up a little bit by that.
Right.
But
she doesn't seem to resonate with me as much as like Amanda Waller is.
I like her, but it's just like they haven't given her enough. I haven't seen Black Panther, so like I don't know. Black Panther 2.
She's in a lot more of Black Panther.
Okay.
So, and it's still, but it doesn't. The thing is it's almost like this should have come out before even Black Widow.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know what the timelines were with that. I know they had to do a lot of reshoots with, Chadwick's death and everything on this. So I could have seen it better if this would have come out beforehand.
Speaking of deaths, we do have to cover a couple deaths here.
Yes.
We just found out today that Jason David Frank, the Green/White Ranger, played Tommy, passed away.
Yeah. It's very sad. Way too
very
young.
Sad. Yeah.
Same age as me. That's
really, really sad. A legend of my childhood. I mean, really. When he came, I mean, he was my favorite Ranger back when I watched Power Rangers.
Well, he was the cool Ranger.
Yeah.
And he's the one that like spanned through so many. He had the flute dagger, and then he had the talking lion head dagger.
Really cool.
He spanned several, iterations of Power Rangers.
Sure.
He was like kind of that one, constant.
Right.
It seemed like with those. So
rest in peace to him, and of course the one that kind of killed us this last week was Kevin Conroy. Really sad to hear that news. I'm going to show Zora. She hasn't seen Mask of the Phantasm yet.
Oh my gosh.
I've been saving it for the right time, and probably now is the right time. Boy, I still remember every day after school at 4:30 that Batman the Animated Series would come on. Yep. And if I was not in front of that TV, if something prevented me from being in front of that TV, I was in a foul mood. I was a terror. I was so into Batman, and he was my Batman longer and more than anyone else. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. He was my constant Batman for sure. Plus, he's the Batman in the games.
The Arkham Batman. And
I'm so happy he got to do that because I know that's a game I will replay over and over. I like to play it every couple of years. I'm kind of due for a replay,
Right.
and having him as the voice is just
Well,
it
and the
doesn't
fact
get
that
better.
they gave him at least one opportunity to play Batman himself on screen,
Yeah, that's cool.
because he
I've seen
did
the clip.
on the
Yeah,
yeah
yep, that's cool. I didn't watch that whole event, but it was neat to see those cameos, and
yeah
it's cool that he got to do that. It should have happened more.
right.
It should happen more. I mean, maybe he's not the most imposing guy physically.
Well,
Put him
and
in the suit.
the era they had him was the perfect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love.
You
I've
know,
seen the clip. Yeah, it's
it
cool.
was the
He's.
Kingdom Come Batman that had been,
Mm-hmm.
you know, basically broken up a lot and had an exosuit even
Yep.
when he was walking around, you
Yep.
know. So yeah,
Yeah, that's a tough one.
that was a big one that hit. So
I don't know if I watched many VHS tapes more than Mask of the Phantasm, and I had that big clamshell
oh yeah,
container.
yep.
Oh
I've
man,
got it both on DVD, three, Blu-ray, DVD, and VHS.
I don't have it on Blue. I need to get it on Blue.
Yeah.
I had it on DVD, but it was stolen when I lost all those
Oh
movies.
yeah.
So yeah, I probably need to own. I probably need to own that one
Right.
for sure. So sorry to see you go.
Yeah, that was kind of a rough one.
Too bad.
And
Yeah.
especially our kind of that spanning of 15, 20 years of
Yeah.
childhood between us.
Yeah. He
That
really. Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah,
He affected a lot of people,
yeah.
and he's Batman. He's the Knight. Damn it.
But
Yeah, it's a real bummer. It's
yeah.
too bad. So man, I don't want to end on a bummer. Is there one more
I
thing we
know.
could talk about before we go?
There is a movie coming out. I think it may be out now, but I know DVD and stuff. It's gonna be. This is kind of because have you seen the preview for It's the new Spielberg movie, The Fablemans.
I know what it is, but I haven't seen the trailer yet.
It's kind of a biopic of Steven
Mm-hmm.
Spielberg, but there's one the guy has been working on for over 15 years
Mm.
and trying to get it out. It's called 5/22/77.
Okay.
It is a film by Patrick Green Johnson,
Okay.
and it is almost his biopic as a kid, growing up, loving these movies. A Space Odyssey,
Yeah.
2000.
I watched it. I watched it when I was sick. I
Yeah.
loved it. I love that movie.
Anyway,
One of my favorites.
it's how the opening and Star Wars itself changed his life as in a filmmaker,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks really really good. And this is
Cool.
kind of a movie that Patrick Green Johnson, Bill and Ted. He's done like tons and tons of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He actually started out. I did not know this, as a model maker.
Oh, cool.
So, and in this movie, he was working on this movie before Disney acquired Star Wars.
Yeah.
So he got the rights from George to have clips of the original Star Wars in.
Yeah.
He's got models from the original Star Wars
Oh,
in the
cool.
movie.
Neat.
So it's really neat, and to see how one of the most influential nerd films of all time
Sure.
influenced a director that's still popular today.
Yeah. Hey, that's cool. I'll check that out. When it's out now?
I think it's out on streaming now, and then I know you can pre-order the Blu-ray.
Okay.
Which this will be one that I pre-order.
Cool. Hey, that sounds great. That sounds really good. Oh, and I guess if we're touching on Star Wars. Yeah. The last episode of Endor, 2 thumbs up. The space moments, the space battle,
okay,
really cool. I really like that.
I like and I said to you that I like these last 2 episodes.
The show has been so good. One Way Out.
Now,
oh my god, that whole episode 10, dude.
Episode 10 was probably the best of the series so far.
So good.
And this is what I had hoped for the entire series.
Sure.
Like I said, I'm still on the fact that this could be cut down to about 9 a little longer episodes or 10 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I really think you could have cut down a
I'm,
couple of the
I disagree, but
episodes.
I respect that opinion. It is
Yeah.
long. It is slow.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm fine with a slow burn, but there's some spots really were just, in my opinion, were unnecessary.
Sure.
But these last two especially, it took a little while to get there on this 11th episode.
Mm-hmm.
But once
Oh,
it
but it
got
got there.
there, yeah, once it got
It
there,
got
yeah,
there.
it was really good.
We need to talk
So,
about what's his name? Luthen?
yeah.
His when he talks to, he calls him tubes. I forget that guy's name. He pulls something out of his, he's got that weapon.
Oh God.
What's that guy's name? He's in Rogue One. He's with
Starts with an M.
He's with Forrest Whitaker.
Yes, it's Forrest Whitaker. God, why am I?
No, not him. That's it's the guy that's with him, the alien. With the tubes.
Yeah, okay.
Luthen calls him tubes, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're talking about Saw Gerrera.
Saul Guerrero, yeah.
He holds up that little weapon. It looks like a wooden handled lightsaber. And plus, there's that crystal that Andor had earlier in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the kyber crystal for his lightsaber?
That could be.
Was Luthen a Jedi at some point?
Maybe we'll find that out next season. I don't think that'll be something that we find out next episode.
I did see something along the lines of, there's some dialogue early on where when Andor is first being introduced to the crew that's going to do that heist,
yeah,
they say, "Oh, we're not going to talk about what Luthen is or was," which could indicate Jedi, Sith, something along those lines, Force user of some kind.
Yeah,
which is interesting. And if that is a lightsaber hilt, it's one of my favorites already. That wooden look to it
has that looks... because even at Galaxy's Edge, you can build what's more like a nature lightsaber, and it's got like a, I don't know what kind of tooth on the bottom of it, and it's kind of grainy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was interesting. That was a neat little touch. And his speech about sacrifices and things he's given up, incredible. That was so good. I watched it twice. I'm really into Andor. I'm ready for the rest. It's gonna be hard to say it's not my favorite Star Wars show. I don't think you can beat Mando. I just don't. But Andor is just as good, if you ask me.
We're talking about the lightsaber. I gotta show you something.
Okay.
I ended up buying this.
Okay.
Because everybody knows that I've got my couple of lightsabers.
Well, I can see one behind you.
Yes, you can see my. But it'll be for this one.
Okay, what'd you order?
Okay.
That's your custom one, right?
That's my custom one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to show it up to if you can see this.
Okay. Is it the black crystal that you had been talking about? What is that?
This is a Life Day crystal.
Oh, what? Okay. It's like some kind of pearl?
Yeah, it's like the blue pearl. Here, I
Interesting. What does it do when you put it in there?
It has it's got, I think, Qui-Gon's and the voice of Qui-Gon, I think. I can't remember. I know it's got Donnie Yoon's character.
Oh, does he have a name?
Yeah, starts with an I.
Oh, Imwe.
Imwe, yeah.
Chirrut Imwe or something like that?
Yes. It's got Chirrut Imwe's voice when you put in the holocron, and then it's got I think it's Qui-Gon's.
His voice?
Yeah.
He just, it's like Liam Neeson saying Happy Life Day.
Yeah. But it'll be either blue or white.
I'm Liam Neeson. I'd like to wish you
a
happy life day.
I'm sorry. Not Liam Neeson. Old Luke.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't do that one.
Yeah.
I want it to be just Liam Neeson, the actor, wishing you a happy life day.
Yeah. but it can go either blue or white. So
Cool.
It just reminded me of you talking about that lightsaber. This one's like the pearl, like wrapped in wood.
I like that. Yeah, it looks great.
So it'll look really cool.
I love it.
So,
well, I think that's about the end from me. I don't have anything else. This has been a nice catch up.
This has been.
We have had a couple weeks off, and I've been sick, of course.
Right.
But no, we'll be back in 2 weeks, and join the Discord, please. Let us know if you like the video, if you're watching the video, or if you're still just doing audio.
Right.
What your preferences are. Yeah.
Give us a thumbs up on the video.
Give us a thumbs up. So
do the likes and subscribes.
Yeah, smash the like button.
Yeah.
Hit the bell. What does that mean? I don't know. Do it. Do those things.
Slap that like button like Will Smith.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I don't have anything else. Happy Life Day. It was just Life Day, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Happy Life Day, everyone.
Right.
I know you're all celebrating. Be careful out there. And
so now that you guys, hold on. Now that we've gotten, the discussion of Life Day out of the way, next week is going to be Thanksgiving. So you guys going doing home, doing
we're just going to do it at home. I think we may have the in-laws. I don't know, but nothing crazy. We're not going on any trips or anything. We're going to stay around the nest.
Stay huddled in the nest.
Yeah. Yep. And get texts from Zora, who's in the other room. What are you doing?
Like when my oldest was, they had the, I don't know if you remember the Fireflies.
It's a type of phone?
Yeah.
I've heard of them.
It literally was like this big and had a button that had the shape of like, the male for the bathroom, the bathroom male.
Yeah.
And then the bathroom female. Yeah. It had dad, mom, and home, a house.
Hey.
And that was it.
Useful.
Yeah.
That's great.
No text, no nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Now Zora can send me memes.
Right. Oh boy. So out of context memes. There you go.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks everyone for checking it out. And we'll talk to you next time.
Yep. You can get us in all of our normal spots.
Oh, yes. We're on Twitter, which is melting down. We're on Discord.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, it's just a crazy thing right now.
That's fun. That's like, being Nero.
I don't know.
Just watching it all burn down.
I liked it before when it wasn't on fire. Join the Discord. There's a link in the description.
Yes.
You can email us nerdsgeeksinks@gmail.com and get us on all those
Facebook,
places.
Instagram.
Sure.
All the fun stuff.
All of them. Find us. All right, that's it.
Still brain fog.
Yep, brain fog.
Yeah.
I got one. Have a good week. 2 weeks.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.